একজন মানুষের গোটা জীবনে যত ধরন সংকট হতে পারে তার সবকটি জীবন দিয়ে দেখছে ফিলিস্তিনের মানুষ। খাবার নেই, পানি নেই, এমনকি চিকিৎসার শেষ সুযোগটুকু দ্রুত ফুরিয়ে আসছে, কারণ জ্বালানি বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে ইসরায়েল। প্রচণ্ড আক্রোশে হামলার মাত্রা বাড়াচ্ছে তারা। প্রতিনিয়ত সন্তান হারা হচ্ছেন ফিলিস্তিনের কোনো না কোনো মা, আর যারা বেঁচে আছেন তারাও জানেন না তাদের এই নিঃশ্বাসটুকু শেষ হয়ে যাবে কখন। কি অপরাধ এই 23 লাখ মানুষের যে তাদের মৃত্যুর মুখে ঠেলে দিতে রাজি, অথচ তাদেরকে আশ্রয় দিতে রাজি হচ্ছে না আশেপাশের কোনো প্রতিবেশী মুসলিম দেশ। আর বিশ্ববাসীর কাছে ফিলিস্তিনিদের চাওয়াটাই বাকি। এইসব বিষয় নিয়ে আলাপ করতে বাংলাদেশে নিযুক্ত ফিলিস্তিনের রাষ্ট্রদূত ইউসেফ এসওয়াই রামাদানের কাছে এসেছে একাত্তর। তার সঙ্গে আলাপ করব, তবে তার আগে ইসরায়েল ফিলিস্তিন সংঘাতের কিংবা দ্বন্দ্বের প্রেক্ষাপট একটু জানার চেষ্টা করি। 100 বছরেরও বেশি সময় আগে 1917 সালের 2রা নভেম্বর ব্রিটিশ ইহুদি সম্প্রদায়ের নেতা লায়নেল ওয়াল্টার রথচাইল্ডকে মাত্র 67 শব্দের ছোট্ট একটি চিঠি লিখেছিলেন তৎকালীন ব্রিটিশ পররাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রী আর্থার বেলফোর। চিঠিটা ছোট হলেও এর বিষয়বস্তু ছিল খুবই গভীর, যার ফলাফল অনুভূত হচ্ছে এখনো। চিঠিতে ব্রিটিশ সরকার অঙ্গীকার করেছিল ফিলিস্তিনে আলাদা ইহুদি রাষ্ট্র গঠন করা হবে, আর তার জন্য সব ধরনের সহায়তা দেয়া হবে। এটাই ছিল ঐতিহাসিক বেলফোর ঘোষণা। যেই কথা সেই কাজ। 90% আরব জনগোষ্ঠীর ফিলিস্তিনি ভূখণ্ডের দখল যেতে থাকল ব্রিটিশ ইহুদিদের হাতে। 1948 সাল নাগাদ ফিলিস্তিনের 33% ভূখণ্ড দখল করে নিল ইহুদিরা, কিন্তু তাদের হাতে ছিল মাত্র 6% মালিকানা। সেই সময় 181 প্রস্তাবনা গ্রহণ করে জাতিসংঘ। সেখানে বলা হয় এই অঞ্চলকে ভাগ করে ইহুদি ও আরব দুটো আলাদা রাষ্ট্র গঠন করা হবে। এই ব্যবস্থা নাকচ করে দেয় ফিলিস্তিনিরা, কারণ বেশিরভাগ উর্বর উপকূলীয় অঞ্চল সহ ফিলিস্তিনের 55% ইহুদিদের দেয়ার কথা বলা হয়। সেই সময় ঐতিহাসিক ফিলিস্তিন ভূখণ্ডের 94% এবং 67% জনসংখ্যাই ছিল ফিলিস্তিনিরা। কিন্তু 1948 সালের 14 মে ফিলিস্তিনিদের ওপর জাতিগত নির্মূল অভিযান শুরু করে ইহুদি সেনাবাহিনী। একের পর এক গ্রাম ধ্বংস করে বাড়াতে থাকে তাদের সীমানা। সেদিনই 100রও বেশি ফিলিস্তিনি নারী, পুরুষ ও শিশুকে হত্যা করা হয়। আজও দিনটিকে নাকবা হিসেবে পালন করেন ফিলিস্তিনিরা। আরবি এই শব্দটির অর্থ ধ্বংসের দিন। সেই থেকে শুরু, এখন পর্যন্ত বিভিন্ন সময় ক্ষমতার পালাবদল হয়েছে ফিলিস্তিনে, কিন্তু কোনো পরিবর্তন আসেনি ফিলিস্তিনিদের ভাগ্যের। বারবার ইসরায়েলের আঘাতে জর্জরিত হয়েছে ছোট্ট এই ভূখণ্ড। এখনো তাই চলছে। আমরা দেখছিলাম ফিলিস্তিনে ইসরায়েলের যে আগ্রাসন এবং ইসরায়েলের সঙ্গে ফিলিস্তিনের যে সংঘাত, সংঘর্ষ এবং দুই দেশের মধ্যে যে দ্বন্দ্ব, তার প্রেক্ষাপট নিয়ে একটু রিপোর্ট আমরা দেখছিলাম। এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের সাথে আছেন বাংলাদেশে নিযুক্ত ফিলিস্তিনি রাষ্ট্রদূত মিস্টার ইউসেফ এসওয়াই রামাদান। Hello, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador. Very first thing I would like to know that how's your family over there? Are they with you here or they are in Palestine?
Allow me first of all to send a special greeting for the people of Bangladesh, for their support and solidarity. Support and solidarity from their heart to the people of Palestine and to the struggle of the Palestinian people. About my family, to your question, all the Palestinians are my family, all of them. We lost the second day of the thing, we lost 4 of our family, 3 brothers and a child, 4 years old. And 3-4 days ago, we lost another 27 from the family, and again 23. Most of them, believe me, children and women, on elderly people up to 60 years old. We cannot mourn what I have lost because I have lost so far 6,100 of my brothers and sisters in Palestine. I have lost 2,300 of my children in Palestine. The Palestinian people is being stripped from their humanity. They are not being treated as a human being. That is sad. Especially it is on the watch of the international community. Everybody can watch and witness and see and decide after that who is right and who is wrong. So the situation, I cannot find words in the dictionary that I can really explain the scene, how the people are living. But I must tell you, the people have extremely high spirit because they have will, determination and faith. And that's what will keep them going.
Let's now dig into the conflict between Palestine and Israel. If I say, in some cases, Hamas and Israel, what has instigated the conflict this time? I mean, why Hamas has started the attack suddenly?
I just wanted to quote from the Secretary General of the United Nations yesterday in his speech. He was clear. He said, we must recognize that the assault made by Hamas did not happen in vacuum. There is long history. People who try to characterize the situation that the conflict started on the 7th of October is mistaken. This is what the Israeli propaganda, with the help of the Western media, which they control, try to present to the people, that because of the 7th of October attack, we have to retaliate. That's absolutely not true. Because the suffering of the Palestinian people, it started in 1947. And even before that, from 1917, when the British government decided to give big part of Palestine for the Jewish, especially the European Jewish, Ashkenazi, on the expense of the Palestinian people. In Palestine, the history of Palestine, we never had enemy. We never had a civil war inside Palestine, for example. We lived with Christian, Muslim, Jews in the same country, neighbors, friends, brothers, take care of each other. There was never a problem, never, until Zionism came and demolished all that and decided to kick all the Palestinians out, Muslim and Christian alike, and to make something called a Jewish state. When the Jews start coming from Europe, they came, some of them, they came even without proper clothes on them, very thin. They needed water and medicine. And the problem is, big part of the Palestinian, they took them, they gave them shelter, they gave them food, they gave them jobs, they built houses for them, they treated them well because they felt sorry for them. And those are the same people that we have treated well. They turn against us and they put guns on our head and said, you have to leave, this is not your home. Palestinian is living in Palestine for the last 5,000 years. And that's not according to me, according to the Torah, the holy book of the Jewish people. It is clearly mentioned in the Torah, this is the land of the Palestinian, the land of Canaanites. We have nothing to hide, but they have a lot to hide. We have the truth because we have the right. They don't have any rights at all. In our land, they have no right. They have to leave. They have to give us the chance to establish our own independent state just like any other nation on this earth. We are not asking for the impossible. We ask for the possible, the most important need for any human being, a free human being.
Here, I want to ask you that what is the current relationship between Hamas and the Palestinian government?
There is a dispute between Hamas and the Palestinian government more than 15 or 16 years ago, when Hamas took a turn, a very dangerous turn, used arm against the PNA, Palestinian National, and they forced them to leave Gaza completely. They believe, they have different belief, completely different belief. The belief of the Palestinian government is that we need to struggle in a peaceful manner, struggling peacefully, throwing stone on soldier, chatting, putting slogan. But the whole world knew that really this didn't work. It didn't work at all. They took different path, and they believe that it's only Israel only understand one language, and the language of power. That is their belief. And they have the right to choose their path because they are part of the Palestinian society. We agree or we disagree with them, that's not the issue here. The issue is that Israel gave no chance for the Palestinian National Authority to promote their idea of establishing peacefully an independent state. Every Palestinian have a right to decide how he's going to pursue his struggle. We have no problem with that. But we have a policy, the PNA had a policy, which says that we wanted to have a negotiation with Israel under the international community resolutions, UN resolution, and we want to have a state of 22% of the historical Palestine. Yet, in Palestine we have 8 million Palestinian people. The Israeli are 6 million. And we have another 5 or 6 million Palestinian in diaspora around the world, right? And yet, the concession we made is grieve. 22% for us and 78% for them, and yet they reject. What more can we give? What do they want? How much do they have to kill from us? How many houses they have to destroy? How many acres of land they have to take from us? How much they wanted to strip us from our humanity. Suffocating, we are suffocating under occupation. You never seen what it means. You never witnessed that. And I hope you will never witness, and none of Bangladeshi people will. It is the most ugliest thing. The most is to be under occupation. I cannot find the exact word to explain to you how much the Palestinian people suffer. See how women screaming, shouting, fathers. You cannot imagine to see 2,000, until now, we have 2,360 children. We have over 1,500 people still under rubble. Naturally, they're all dead. God, it's the nature. I mean, logic. It's been a long time. Because we have no equipment to remove the wreckage and get them out. And even if we do have, the Israeli Air Force can bomb us anytime. So the Israeli policy is from long time, not from today. They want as much geography as less demography. We want this land without people. That's what they want. This is their aim.
If you talk about this conflict, the current situation, what is the state of Palestinian government in this issue? I mean, does the government accuse Hamas for starting the conflict? for the recent bloodshed and everything, or they say Hamas for doing the
Look,
attack?
you cannot accuse the victim. We are the victim. You cannot accuse us for anything. According to the international law, according to the human law, people under occupation have the full right to resist the occupation in any means, including in armed struggle. That's the system. You liberated your country not through rice and roses. You also paid heavy price, right? All the nation who were under occupation and they seek freedom, they had to pay a price. And we are paying that price. We are paying that. But we are leaving big space for them. 78% of Palestine, historical Palestine, is yours. Just give us 22%. And you are minority and we are the majority. To that level. And that's why I must confess, that's why there is a big number of the Palestinian people, they don't like that. But for the sake of peace, let's accept. We, the Palestinian people, in what we are proposing, we represent reasonability. But what do they represent? Can you find the word for it? What do they represent? What do they want? How many people they want to kill more? How thirsty they were in drinking our blood. How many children they want to kill more? How many women?
What is the geopolitical state of Palestine? I mean, relationship with other Arab countries and other Islamist groups like Hezbollah and Houthi, etc.
Look, we are a government. This is a government. Government deals with government. Do not deal with parties. Neither, political parties or military. We have a military. They deal with the military. The political party deal with other political party. But as a government, we deal with government only. The relationship between the Palestinian people, Palestinian government, and Arab government, like never before today. It's extraordinary. We read from the same page. We have discovered, or they have discovered, that we all have the same destiny. We all are in the same train. We all in the same boat. Either we all sink or we all make it to the safety. And this is the policy today of all the Arab worlds.
You are saying that Palestinian government has very good relationship with other Arab countries. In this case, are you happy with the role of Arab world regarding the recent attack and the situation?
Most of the Arab countries, they took a very clear position. Look, we cannot force people how they should support us, in which way they support us. We can ask. Some people they support, some government they support you more than the other government. But finally, you get support from everybody. We also understand the international relation. Every country have also its own interest and its own relation with the Western world. And we take that under consideration. We have to.
We have learned that Israel, what you have also said, Israel has started strategic bombing.
It's a carpet bombing, actually.
In this case, what their intention might be, I mean, what they want.
Israel, for the last 75 years, built itself in a way that it is very difficult to invade, that another force to invade Israel or to try to endanger the security of Israel. And this is the image of Israel in the world. Powerful country, have the most advanced technology. The American war machine are all the most advanced weapon and technology, American technology, and is in the hand of those people from the resistance in Gaza Strip. In early morning, suddenly, they jammed everything. They destroyed the wall, and they were able to go through up to 40 or 50 kilometers inside the territories which was occupied in 1948, which we call Israel today. And they were able to control big part, more than 11 cities, villages, and so on, and control, I think, 11 military posts, very strong posts. And part of them, they came back with hostages and with war prisoner, because the military is called war prisoners and the civilian is called hostages, to bring them back. The Israeli, they woke up, it's a nightmare for them. They didn't believe what happened. They never expected something to happen. Something never happened for 75 years since the day Israel was established. So they broke the arrogancy of Israel. The idea that this Israeli occupation forces are undefeated vanished. The idea that their intelligence in the world and in the Gaza and in West Bank and other is a shield, a real shield to protect the Israeli citizen, also demolished, destroyed, vanished. So obviously they were for 12 hours in a coma. They didn't know what to do. Fortunately, most of it, it's a hardline society. They want nothing but revenge. Revenge means what? In their idea, kill as much as possible from the Palestinian. Man, woman, children, regardless. It's not important. We need numbers. Don't tell us we killed that much from Hamas and this jihad and this is civilian. Doesn't matter. We need numbers. Netanyahu himself in his government, he knows that his political future is over. There is no chance because he has to take responsibility. He and all his government has to bear the main responsibility. And today, the Israeli society, only 20% support Netanyahu and 80% they don't support him. So he knows he's going. He knows that very well. So what he's trying to do, he's trying his little best to provide the Israeli society with a gift so they forgive him and allow him to continue. And what is that gift? The blood of our children. And that is the reality.
US, UK, and the whole Western world, in one sense, they are backing Israel like anything. But in this case, we are not seeing OIC, and if you talk about Arab League and any other Muslim countries, they are not backing like the Western countries backing Israel. How would you evaluate this relationship?
It's unfortunate, obviously. It's very unfortunate.
Israel is surrounded by Arab countries,
Yes.
Muslim countries,
Yes.
but still they're exercising the power. They're exercising conflicts. Why and how?
Israel know, in order to be accepted in the Middle East, they have to normalize relation with all the Arab countries. Only then they can rest and be sure that Israel will continue to live in the Middle East, not stranger anymore. The division of the Arab world is as a result of the creation of the State of Israel in the Middle East. Planting a cancer in a body, this body cannot live in a healthy way, cannot think properly, cannot act properly, cannot work properly, cannot prosper, cannot. And that's what it's intentionally it's done. What are the Arabs and the Muslim doing? Obviously, they can do more and much more. On the 18th, we had a meeting with the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, 15 ambassadors of the OIC. And she said clearly that it is, if not today, then when we're going to have unity as a Muslim nation. It is the time now. We all believe that this land is a Palestinian land, belong to the Palestinian people, and it is time for the people of Palestine to have their own independent state. And if we just sit down and watch, they will keep grabbing more and more land, and there will be no land for establishing the state. That's exactly her word, what she said. That's great. But I want to hear this from all the Muslim leaders in the world. Because if she says that, and the others say, it's difficult because, you know, the American will not allow that, the British will not allow that. But there will be a time you keep diplomacy aside. You should keep diplomacy aside. It's time to act. It is the time today. It is the time to show that we all are united behind right, not behind evil. They cannot fight 2 billion people. We are 2 billion Muslims all over the world. Not only that, we have another 2 or 3 or 4 billion people will also support us who are not Muslim. Yeah. And when those other countries see the unity among the Muslim nation, they will respect us more. They will become allies with us also. They become true friends, and they will know that their interest is with us.
What will be your message to the world on behalf of Palestinian people?
Well, for the world, I want to say one thing only. We, the people of Palestine, no matter Gaza, or from West Bank, or from Jerusalem, or from the refugees in Lebanon, or Syria, or Iraq, or Egypt, or or Jordan, we want one thing only. We want justice. That's all. Nothing but justice. We're not going to ask for anything. Justice. That's all. Believe me, no one can explain to you the meaning of being homeless except the homeless. I am ambassador of a country that I cannot go to that country. Can you imagine? I am not allowed to go to Palestine. I was denied from 2001, denied access to go to see my uncles, 2 uncles who died. I couldn't even say goodbye to them. Aunties, cousins. For 22 years, I have no access to go to Palestine. More 6 million people are the same like me. Cannot go to our home, to our land. So we don't know the meaning of nationality. We don't know the meaning of citizenship. What does it mean? We never been. Because if you don't have home, you don't have a passport, you don't have an ID, then what is this life for? We need dignity, freedom. We want our home back. That's all we want. Please stop genocide. Think those people in Gaza are your relative or your friends, or think about it this way. Put yourself on their shoes. Those mothers who see their babies slaughtered in front of them, or see those children, their parents is being killed in front of their eyes. What happened for those children when they grow up? How do you think they will be? Angel? They'll be a fighter. They'll be a fighter, just like those people who are fighting today. all of them. It's a result. It's a result of 75 years of oppression. It's the duty of humanity. Whoever believes that humanity should prevail and justice should prevail, support Palestine. And I'm really extremely grateful to the people of Bangladesh for showing this support, not only from their mouth, lips, but also support from their heart and from their mind.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছিলাম বাংলাদেশে নিযুক্ত ফিলিস্তিনি রাষ্ট্রদূত মিস্টার ইউসেফ এসওয়াই রামাদানের সঙ্গে। তিনি আমাদের সঙ্গে যে বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে কথা বললেন, এই মুহূর্তে ফিলিস্তিনে যে সংঘাত চলছে সেই বিষয়ে ফিলিস্তিনি একজন মানুষ হিসেবে বিশ্ববাসীর কাছে তার যেই চাওয়া এবং মুসলিম বিশ্বের কাছে তার যে চাওয়া, তার সবটুকু বিষয় নিয়ে তিনি আমাদের সঙ্গে খোলামেলা আলোচনা করলেন। এবং যেটি তিনি বললেন যে যেভাবে পশ্চিমা বিশ্ব ইসরায়েলের পাশে এসে দাঁড়িয়েছে, সেভাবে মুসলিম বিশ্ব ফিলিস্তিনের পাশে এসে দাঁড়ায়নি, ব্যাপারটি খুবই দুঃখজনক। এবং তিনি এটিও বললেন যে যেভাবে বাংলাদেশের প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনা ফিলিস্তিনি মানুষের পাশে এসে দাঁড়িয়েছেন এবং তিনি যেভাবে বলেছেন ওআইসি প্রতিনিধি দলের সঙ্গে বৈঠকের সময় যে এখন যদি মুসলিম বিশ্ব এক না হয় তাহলে আর কবে হবে, এখনই মুসলিম বিশ্বের এক হয়ে ফিলিস্তিনের মানুষের পাশে দাঁড়ানোর সময়, এই সবগুলো কথা তিনি আমাদের সঙ্গে এতক্ষণ ধরে আলাপ করলেন। আপনাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আমাদের সাথে এই পুরো সময়টা জুড়ে যুক্ত থাকবার জন্য। এমন আরও অনেক বিষয় নিয়ে ভবিষ্যতে আবারও আমরা আপনাদের সামনে এসে হাজির হব। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ।